These are the Aputure Amaran Pixel Tubes, the 2 lighting kit. Let's start with the things I love about this kit. First of all, the built-in battery. Bringing the lights anywhere you go and not having to worry about plugging it in makes it a super versatile light to be able to just pop up anywhere, get a quick shot, and be able to move around freely without having to deal with wires and cables. Another thing I love about this light is that it's bright enough to be used as a key light. Obviously not outdoors as much unless it's nighttime, but in general, a controlled studio environment, you can definitely use it as a key light or a hair light or a fill light. And having the 4-foot size, and especially 2 of them, you can really stack them and have a bright key, especially if you're pushing it through some diffusion or bouncing it. One major aspect that I love about these lights is that they come in white. Making them white allows them to be used as practicals a lot easier than a black light. Kind of when you see the black tube lights, you know that they're film lights. But having a white, simple tube makes it very easy to hide it in places without you noticing it as much. This is something I always wanted from Aputure. Astera makes tube lights that are used constantly on sets as practicals, and them being white, I was always longing for like a white tube light to come out to be able to be used as a practical in scenes. One thing I love about the light is that you can charge it over USB-C, and that allows you to use any adapter, any charger cable, and any length to be able to get exactly what you need out of this light, powering it indefinitely with at least a 65 watt charger minimum. That's what ships with the light, so I would assume that's what you need to re-top it up at a consistent rate that it's going to be at 100% the whole time. And being able to use V-mount batteries like SmallRig's new 99 watt hour V-mount battery that has 100 watt charging speeds is a perfect combination with this if you want to double the runtime. I believe that the tubes have a 74 watt hour, don't quote me, but 74 watt hour built-in battery. So having a 99 watt hour battery will literally double the already amazing battery life on this fixture. Speaking about battery life, these tubes last forever. On full blast, they last for around 170 minutes, which is bonkers. And on a lower output, they last for hours. I've left them on overnight and the next day they're still on at lower percentages like 1 to 10%. So the battery life in these fixtures are just incredible. Another thing I like about the Amaran tubes is the production kit, the 2-pack production kit you can get with them. It comes with everything you're gonna need except for a grid. I decided to purchase that separately because I think a grid is an essential piece for any light. And if you're already spending $1,200 on the Pixel kit, you might as well spend an extra $90 and get at least 1 grid with it. But the production kit truly comes with everything you need. It comes with power, comes with cables for DMX control, mounts, tripod legs if you want to stand them up as practicals, which I find super useful, and just everything you're going to need. Solid case too to transport your lights. One thing that I was very excited about is the pixel capabilities. The pixel capabilities allow you to have like a more realistic fire effects, and the pixel chases are just really cool if you do product photography and need stuff zooming by or car shots to be able to get like the lights zooming past the car. Speaking about the pixel capabilities, this goes to what I don't like about the lights. Things I don't like about the lights is that you can't group the lights together to have one pixel effect run across multiple fixtures. You could kind of do it if you like work out the timing with a chase sequence, but if you want something to go from one tube to the other, it's not compatible using these lights. You'd have to step up to the Infinity tubes to be able to have pixels moving across one light to another. Unlike the Astera Titan tubes where you can do that, these you cannot. I don't know if through DMX you can, but with Sidus Link you're not able to run pixel effects through one tube to another. I don't have too many negatives to say about these lights, just the pixels not being able to move from one fixture to another. And the only other negative I have about this light is that it doesn't come with a solid mounting bracket to attach it to light stands or C-stands. But there is a nice mounting solution that I've seen on sets that people have used with Astera Titan tubes, and it's actually from the competitor Nanlite. I'll link it down below. I'm looking to pick up one because it seems very versatile and easy to mount the Pixel tubes to without them being a little jittery and falling. It does come with magnet mounts that you could put a spigot adapter onto, but just the way it holds, I don't trust it very much. I would like a more solid solution like the Nanlite tube holder where it comes with a swivel head. I've seen them being used a lot on set and they look very solid. Just make sure to safety chain them so that they don't go anywhere and you tie them tight. Now let's talk about a couple of modifications I made to my kit just to make it a little bit more usable day to day. I added different color-coded tabs to each pocket to be able to clearly show what's in them so I don't waste any time going through the pockets trying to find what I need. Another modification I made to my kit is I added black paper tape to some of the tripod legs just to hide the logo so it's not in your face as much. Another modification I would suggest is labeling your tubes so you could kind of hot swap them and not run down the battery on one more than the other. It's just easier when you're setting them up, and then if you have them labeled in the Sidus-Link app, you can clearly see which one goes to which. Another thing I would strongly suggest is buying the optional grid. You're already spending a ton of money on the tubes. You might as well spend a little bit more and get one grid at least, just to be able to control that light for some of the different circumstances you might be in with the lights. It's not very expensive, around $100, and I think it adds so much just being able to control the light with a grid and not let it spill all over the place if you don't want it to. This has been my 2-light production kit from Amaran, the modifications I made, some suggestions, and a brief overview of the tube lights. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something. My name is Chris if you haven't seen me before. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this content. I hope you enjoyed. See you on the next one.